こんにちは、皆さん。今日、私たちは日本語を勉強しています。質問があれば、私に聞いてください。Greetings, everyone. Today we are studying Japanese. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask me at any time. I want to continue with Card Captor Sakura for immersion.
魔力のないもんには時間を操られてもわからへん。タイムのやつ、この町でいっちゃんごっつい時計選んで一体化しよったな。じゃあまた今日みたいに一日を巻き戻しちゃうの？丸一日巻き戻す力は一日一回きりや。それも深夜の12時にしかできへんはずやで。一日一回きりや。それも
深夜, late at night. So, let's see, deep as Fukaya, deep, and then night. Shinya. それも深夜の一日にしかできへん。So with the exception of 12 o'clock at night, because shika is used for the exceptions of something. Nothing but except, okay. It's not able to, hazu, should not be able, should, okay, so should not be able to except for 12. So 12, as for that also, with the exception of 12 late at night, should be able to. Let's see what the translator says. Besides, you can only do that at midnight, right? Translator says, and can only do it at midnight, I think. So previous line was about how it's the ability to rewind time by day is limited to once a day, and then he's adding on to it saying, Soremo, or also onto that essentially. Shinya. Okay, so going into the exact grammar structure of this. Explain the grammar of let's see. Shinya no Juni Genie 12 o'clock at night. Deep late at night. Okay. Shika restrict particle meaning only. Okay. It must be followed by negative verb. Azu, okay. Ya, dialectical blood. Okay. De information emphatic sentence any particle. So why is Shinya in this sentence though? Why is Shinya in this sentence? To add specific nuance regarding the lateness or atmosphere of the time rather than just state in the clock time. Emphasis on lateness. While 12 o'clock technically indicates the time, Shinya means deep night or the dead of night, typically defined as a period from roughly 11 p.m. or midnight to 4 a.m. Adding it emphasizes that it's not just any 12 o'clock, but specifically the very late, quiet, middle of the night 12 o'clock. Oh, that's right, because they don't actually specify whether they're saying 12 in the afternoon or 12 in the evening. And that's what that word does, okay. Distinction from noon. Although context usually makes it clear, Shinya no Juniji explicitly extinguishes it from okay, from the 12 in the afternoon, avoiding confusion, okay. In Japanese, Shinyareiji, or Shinya Juni-ji is a very common set phrase used to describe the exact moment the day changes, reinforcing the idea of the start of the deep night. Speaker uses Shinya to stress that the task is impossible during the day or evening and can only be performed at that specific very late dead of night hour. So, それも深夜の12時にしかできへんはずやで. Or, also, it can only be performed at, he should only be able to perform it at 12 midnight.
12時になってまた今日からは1日1回きりや。それも深夜の12時にしかできへんはずやで。12時になってまた今日みたいにタイムが1日を巻き戻しちゃった
ら、12になって、また今日みたいに、そう、12時になって、また今日みたいにタイムが1日を巻き戻しちゃったら、So, So let's see. I think after it becomes 12 o'clock, this is like today again or same day again. So time is going to rewind 24 hours to like today's again. Or in other words, at 12 o'clock, a time is going to rewind this day again, something like that. Let's see what the translator says. If it hits midnight and the clock rewinds, oh yeah, that's right. There's a conditional at the end, and the clock rewinds one day again, just like today. Let's see. If it hits midnight and the clock rewinds the day again, just like today. Explain the grammar of let's see. 12時になって okay. Becoming okay. So particle marking the resulting state or target time. Then また今日みたいに again, let's see, again today, adverbial particle modifying the verb maki madosu, indicating the manner or comparison. So like today again. Rewinds like today again. Okay. Time, okay. 一日を巻き戻しちゃったらSo when or if it rewinds one day again, when or if it rewinds one day. So summary structure: resultant state plus comparison plus subject plus verb conditioner. So if it becomes 12 o'clock again, like today, time rewinds the whole day. Okay, when time rewinds. Okay, and the translator says if it hits midnight and the clock rewinds the day again. Okay, and time if it hits midnight and time rewinds the day again, just like today. Or 12時になってまた今日みたいにタイムが1日を巻き戻しちゃったら
12時になってまた今日みたいにタイムが1日を巻き戻しちゃったらまた同じ日を過ごさない。12時になってまた今日みたいにタイムが1日を巻き戻しちゃったらまた同じ日。
Okay, so she doesn't continue the sentence from there.
12時
If it hits, let's see, if it hits midnight and the clock rewinds the day again, just like today. Okay, I guess she's Okay, so 10 12時になってまだ今日みたいにタイムが1日を巻き戻しちゃったら So let's see, more literal translation be Okay, so let's see. The more literal translation of this would be
1日1回きりや。それも深夜の12時にしかできへんはずやで。12時時になって
see. Let's see. Let's see. Becoming 12 o'clock again, like today. Time. Uh. 1 day, 24 hours. Okay. End up rewinding. Let's see. So let's see. Explain the grammar of this sentence. What parts of the sentence work on each other? Okay. So temporal trigger. 12時になって part of indicating a specific point in time. Okay, naru. The tail form connects the naru to become. Okay. The tail form connects this clause to the main conditional clause that follows, establishing the timing when it becomes. Okay, the tail form connects the verb naru to become. Okay. The tail form connects this clause to the main conditional clause that follows, establishing the timing. Mata again, today, kyo, okay. Mitai, a grammatical structure meaning like or as if. It functions as an adverbial modifying the act in the main clause, comparing the hypothetical event to something happening today. Let's see, タイムが一日を巻き戻しちゃったら、see, one day, 巻き戻し、okay. To wine, okay. Okay, so from becoming midnight, okay. Together, the Maki Mado Chatara means if it ends up rewinding or if it has already rewound. Okay, structure. The sentence follows the standard Japanese SOV subject-object verb structure within the main clause, but is framed by the temporal condition. So the structure is time point plus comparison, subject-object conditional verb. Okay, so Juni ji ni nate sets the scene. Mata kyo mitai ni sets the context comparison. So taimu ga ichinichi o maki doshi chattara is the core conditional event. So let's see, the translator called it. See, if it hits midnight and the clock rewinds the day again, just like today. Let's see, Juni ji ni natte mara kyo mitai ni. Okay, so I guess you could see the sentence sort of like just Juni ji ni natte taimu ga ichinichi o maki madoshi chattara. So from midnight, that time where we end up rewinding time again, and then the mata kyo mitai ni is just like today. So at midnight, time will end up rewinding the time again, or end up rewinding the day again.
じゃあまた今日みたいに一日を巻き戻しちゃうの？丸一日巻き戻す力は一日一回きりや。それも深夜の12時にしかできへんはずやで。12時になってまた今日みたいにタイムが一日を巻き戻しちゃったらまた同じ日を過ごさなあかん。また同じ日を
また同じ日を過ごさなあかん。So again, same day, sugosu, so to go through. So sugosa. Wait, sugosu. To spend time, to pass, to lead, to cake it, to overdo. See, this kanji is used in. That's right. Yeah, Sugiri, which is its intransitive form, is to pass through, to pass by, to go beyond. But its transitive form when you're dealing with an object. Sugosu, to spend time. So you're passing something else instead of yourself. So to spend time. Sugosa, let's see, if this was supposed to be causative, it would be sugosaseru. Oh, sugos. Find the grammar of. See, Sugosa Nakan. This is a contracted dialect of Sugosa Nakereba Narimasen. See, so that's right. Akan is a Kansai way of saying dame, and dame is sometimes used in these have-to conditionals. Goes, okay, na, a colloquial contraction of nakereba in standard Japanese negative conditional from nai plus kereba. In Kansai dialect, in casual speech, this is often shortened to na. In kan, a colloquial contraction of naran, which is a casual form of nari. I think that might be incorrect. See, isn't the Akan from the Kansai bin equivalent of dame? Yes, you're absolutely correct. Okay, Akan is the quintessential Kansai dialect equivalent of the standard Japanese dame. Okay. So in this phrase, Sugosa na Akan is used to express obligation, okay? Structure, verb nai, verb stem, nai stem, plus na, plus Akan. See, does the na come from a shortened nakute or from nakereba? The na in Sugosa na kan comes from a shortened nakereba and not nakute. Okay, so that's just how Kansai Ben shortens nakereba. and instead of doing sugosa nakereba naranai or ikemasen, they replace the latter word with a kan, and they shorten the former word just to sugosa na. So, mada unaji hi o sugosa na akan. So, then you have to do the same day again.
12時にしかできへんはずやで。12時になってまた今日みたいにタイムが1日を巻き戻しちゃったらまた同じ日を過ごさなあかん。また上のテスト。
Hoe mata fue no testo. What? The flute test again. What? The flute test again. So, hoe mata fue no testo.
同じ日を過ごさなあかん。また上のテスト。わいの死闘もまたパーや。はよ封印せな。また上のテスト。わいの死闘も。
Why no stomo mata apaya hayo fuin sena.
またパーや。はよ封印せな。なあかん。また上のテスト。わいの死闘もまたパーや。はよ封印せな。
Oh, hayo fuin sena. Let's see. Oh, hayo is a concept and way of saying yeah, hayaku. So hayo fuin senas. Okay, so se is just shorter for concept and way of saying shite, and the na sentence ending particle. So hayo fuin senas, quickly seal it. Then why no? Shito, life or death struggle, Mortal Kombat, struggle to the death. Shito, so death, die, fight, war. Let's see, so my life or death, also my life or death struggle, so why no? Shito mo mata haya. So as for my life and death struggle, something again. Please explain the grammar of if my fierce powder has gone to waste. Okay. You really need to seal it away. Okay, let's see. Pa, pa is a slang for go to waste or fizzled out. Okay, so why no shito, let's see, why no shito mo marapaya hayo fuin sena. Wait, sena is a contraction representing a necessity or obligation. Its origin is from pseudo imperative. So imperative says necessity construction. In standard Japanese, shinakereba naranai, colloquial shinakya or seneba, dialect or colloquial. Okay. In many dialects in rough speech, sena is short for sena. Okay, akan. Oh, so the na is not the particle. This is just se representative, more like she. What they tend to say for shite, but in this case it's been used in shina kereba or sena. And then he's not saying the akan ikinai or naranai at the end because it's just been assumed. So why no shitomo marapaya hayo fuin sena? So my life or death struggle. Okay, my yeah, my life or death struggle will go to waste again. Uh, you have to quickly seal it. Or why no shitomo marapaya hayo fuin sena?
また同じ日を過ごさなあかん。また上のテスト。わいの人もまたパーや。はよ封印せな。でもまた時間を止められたらそのはよ封印せな。でもまた時間を止められ
でもまた時間を Let's see, she said
また上のテスト。わいの人もまたパーや。はよ封印せな。でもまた時間を止められたら
Okay, so yeah, demo mata jikan wo yamera retara. So let's see, yameru to stop, like stopping an action, not physically stopping. And then yamerareru. So passive or receptive, receiving stopping. And then if or when receive stopping. Yes, but okay, yes, but if we receive stopping of time again, or demo mata jikan wo yameraretara. Yeah, but if I could, okay, yeah. So demo demo mata jikan wo yameraretara.
た上のテスト。わいの死闘もまたパーや。はよ封印せな。でもまた時間を止められたらその前に封印や。上のテスト。わいの死闘もまたパーや。はよ封印せな。でもまた時間を止められたらその前に
その前に封印や。So that previous to see what? First, I've got to seal it away. Okay, please explain the grammar of Sonomaeni means before that or prior to that. Fuinya sealed. Okay. If you meant seal it before that, the correct let's see. If you meant seal it before that, the correct grammar would be Sore wo sonomae ni fuin shite. Okay, so okay, if you meant sealed and set, okay. Ya cannot follow a noun directly to form a complete thought or command. Before that, I guess, or first seal it, okay. Sonomae ni fuin ya.
の死闘もまたパーや。はよ封印せな。でもまた時間を止められたらその前に封印や。
Oh, I get what they're saying now. She just asked previously, what if it stops time again? And Kirobedasu replied, stop it before, seal it before that.
でもまた時間を止められたらその前に封印や。封印せな。でもまた時間を止められたらその前
に封印や。
死闘もまたパーや。はよ封印せな。でもまた時間を止められたらその前に封印や。急がなきゃ。その前に封印や。急がなきゃ。時間を止められたらその前に封印や。急がなきゃ。
急がなきゃ。急がなきゃ。急ぐ to hurry, to rush, to hasten, to make something happen sooner. So, 急がなきゃ, or which is short for 急なければ, which is short for 急なければ, ならない or いけない. In other words, I have to hurry. 急がなきゃ. So, 急がなきゃ。急ぐ。
わいの死闘もまたパーや。はよ封印せな。でもまた時間を止められたらその前に封印や。急がなきゃ。何あれ。
何あれ What is that?
だけ時間を早めよった。 時間を早めよった。
So yeah, akan kondo. Okay, akan kondo wa toke something dake chikano. Let's see, chikano hayame yotta. Toketo clock tower, Toketo, let's see, time, measure, and then tower. Time, measure, tower. So, Akan, this is bad. Kondo, as for this time, Toketo, Dake, just the clock tower. Jikan o time, Hayame Yota. Hayame, wait, noun, no adjective. Okay, so Meishi Kyodoshi. Okay. Early, a little earlier than usual, a little faster than usual. Yota. Yoru. This is the to-do Yoru. See. Origin of Hayame. Oh, the term Hayameru. The term Hayameru is a compound form of the verb hayaku, meaning early, quickly, and the transitive yameru, meaning to stop, to quit. Therefore, hayameru literally means to stop early or to do something ahead of schedule. It's commonly used as a TEV form. Let's see, it's commonly used as a TEV form. So hayame. Yeah. Okay, so the ya in hayame comes from yameru. So like to stop early. Or in other words, no, this one shows us the ya is part of hayaku. Compound word, I guess that's just how they combined it, both yas together, meaning early or quickly. So a little faster than usual because you're stopping early, okay? So hayame. Yoru meaning to do. Okay, so that kanji. Wait, is it yaru? Yaru meaning to do. Okay, that's yaru. And this is yota. Explain the grammar of see, roughly translates to, oh no, this time only the clock tower has sped up its time. Or no good, now the clock tower of all things has started running fast, okay. See, let's see. The conjunction yota, the form hayame yota comes from hayameru plus yoru plus okay yoru. This is a kansai ben auxiliary verb equivalent to the standard Japanese teishimao, or sometimes just the progressive. Let's see. Teiru, but often carrying a nuance of annoyance through great or unexpected completed action. Hayameru. To bring forward, to advance, to hasten, to quicken. Okay. Take the Renyo K stem. Hayame add yoru. Okay, conjugate the past tense. Hayame yota. The use of yota strongly implies that the clock tower went and did this on its own, or that the speaker is irritated by the result. It adds emotional layers, so okay. And this sentence is the yota from Teiru or Teshimau. The form yota comes from the auxiliary verb yoru, which functions. Okay, it does not. Te shimata. Okay, ended up. Okay, concept in. The auxiliary verb shimau is replaced by yoru in many kansai contexts to express the same nuance of doing something completely or something regrettably unexpected. Okay, so in this case, this is Hayame yote shimatta changed to Hayame yota. So akan kondo wa to akan kondo wa toke to so akan kondo wa toke to dake chikano hayame yota. So this is bad. This time, just the clock tower time is being accelerated. We're being quickened. Okay.
何あれ、あかん、今度は時計塔だけ時間を早めよった。
金のsaying kane no ne chimes of a toll bells. Kane no ne. Okay, that translation says kane no oto. Let's see. While the standard reading is kane no oto, the character log can be read as kane in this context. Okay. Poetic literary contexts such as Heiki Monogatari may appear. Okay, so kane no koe. Is it kane no oto or kane no ne? Both kane no oto and kane no ne are grammatically correct, but they are used in different contexts due to nuances of the kanji oto. Okay, the kanji oto has two primarily kuguyomi readings. Oto refers to a general sound noise or acoustic vibration This is the standard neutral reading of the sound of the bell. Ne refers to a tone, timbre, or poetic resonant sound. It often implies the quality of the sound or its emotional effect. So, ne for tone color, okay. So use this distinction. Kane no oto, the little physical sound of a bell ringing. This is the most common form in everyday conversation standard description. Kane no ne is the literary, poetic, or musical context where the focus is on the bell's tone, resonance, or voice. It is also found in a set phrase like Kane no ne ga kikoeru, the bell's tone is heard. So if you're just talking about the sound of the bells ringing, you would use kane no oto, but if you're trying to have more focus on how it actually sounds, it would be kane no ne. Totemo niaimasu wa. That's right. Ni is similar to and alu is match, so similar to a match or suitable. Yeah, that's right. Niaimasu. So that's very suitable. Okay, or in other words, it really suits you, I should say in English. Totemo niaimasu wa. The yosei o imeiji shita no ne. Let's see. Fairy, sprite, elf. Okay. Yosei o imeiji, image. So to image in one's mind's impression, depiction, e.g., of a product rendition, mental image. So to have done the image of a fairy, okay, yosei wo imeiji shita no ne. So you're going for a fairy look, huh? Oh yeah, earlier in the episode, she said she was going for the fairy look. And she's had to relive this day so many times, she's just saying what she's going to say in advance. So yosei comes from attractive, rich in calamity, and then refined ghost, fairy, energy, vitality. So yosei wo imeiji shita no ne.
とっても似合いますわ。妖精をイメージしたのね。そうですわ。さすがさくらちゃん。
そうですわ。さすがさくらちゃん。That's correct. As expected from Sakura-chan. そうですわ。さすがさくらちゃん。
やっぱいますわ。妖精をイメージしたのね。そうですわ。さすがさくらちゃん、分かっていただけて嬉しいですわ。リオ3回あるわ。とっても似合いますわ。妖精をイメージしたのね。そうですわ。さすがさくらちゃん、分かっていただけて嬉しいですね。そうですわ。さすがさくらちゃん、分かっていただ
あ、あ、わかっていただ、わかっていただけて、嬉しいですわ。い、あ、わかってあ、わかっていただけて嬉しいですわ。So, past continuous of knowing. So, know, knows. Let's see, past continuous. Okay, wakate itadake te ureshi desu wa. I'm so glad you noticed. Let's see. Explain the grammar of this. What is the te after dake? I'm glad that you understood. Okay. Itadake te. Okay, the te form of the. Oh, itadak. Oh, this is not dake. This is itadaku, to receive. So itadaku, itadakeru would be able to receive, and then itadakete is the continuous potential. So used for linking the two clauses together. So let's see. Uh, yeah, to be able to receive. So receiving understanding makes me happy, or I'm happy because you understand. Okay, receiving understanding makes me happy. Or I'm happy that you understand. Oh, konnichiwa, Jasmine X, Genki desu ka? How are you? See, Jasmine X, how's it going, Sensei? Oh, see, Oi Sashiburi. Oh, that's right. Long time no see. Okay. So, Ohisashiburi desu. Okay. Let's see. Yaho toimashita. So, wakatte itadakete ureshii desu wa.
とっても似合いますわ。妖精をイメージしたのね。そうですわ。さすがさくらちゃん、分かっていただけて嬉しいですわ。やっぱし同じ日を3回やるんは偉いで。
やっぱし、同じ日を3回、やるんは偉いで。し、やっぱし同じ日を3回やるんは偉いで。So 偉いで would be from 偉ぐ。See, erai. Okay, I don't think this is the right word. But I could be wrong. Let's see. Great, excellent, distinguished, important, high-ranking, awful, terrible, serious. Okay. Eragu, which is not a word. Okay, so this is not eragu. This is just the kansai ben ending particle de with the keiyoshi or I adjective erai. And notice how this definition can mean great, but it can also mean awful or terrible. That's how it's being used here, awful or terrible. So, let's see. The same day, doing the same day 3 times is terrible. And then let's see, yapashi. As expected. Sure enough, just as one thought after all. Okay. Explain the grammar of this. Yapashi, a Kansai dialect equivalent of yapari, meaning as expected after all. can yapashi be used for both positive and negative things? Yes, okay. Yapashi, the constant equivalent of yapari, can be used for both positive and negative situations. Okay. Let's see. Jasmine wa mata Nihon ni iku no? Toimashita. Hi. Or in other words, yes, I will. Let's see, this case looks like the worst experience. So, yapashi, onaji hi o sankai yarun wa erai de.
分かっていただけて嬉しいですわ。やっぱし同じ日を3回やるんは偉いで、いつになったら最終目いけんねやろ。やっぱし同じ日を3回やるんは偉いで、いつになったら
普通になったら、if it becomes or when it becomes when, sun
ほんと、上のテスト3回も打ってわ。さすがさくらちゃん、分かっていただけて嬉しいですわ。やっぱし同じ日を3回やるんは偉いで、いつになったら最終目いけん。
最初面いけん。Let's see, いけねやろ. So iken is probably from ikenai. Saishu min. See, Saishu by itself is last final closing, and then this min is face, mask guard, page aspect, facet. Oh, Saisho. Oh, Saishu as in closing or final, and then min chapter. In other words, he's talking about the final chapter of his game. Saishu min. So, okay, so iken comes from ikenai, which is potential negative. So, in this case, he's not saying go, and he's saying possible. So we're saying it's not possible. The final chapter is not possible. So then, And then yaro. So I'm guessing that's wonder. Let's see. So itsu ni nattara. If becomes when. If becoming when. So if becoming sometime maybe. Let's see, if you were to say a specific time, you'd be saying if it becomes 3. I think he's trying to say something along the lines of I don't know when I will be able to to do the final chapter or play the final chapter. See, I wonder when I'll be able to reach the last stage. Translator, so explain the grammar of itsu ni nattara, itsu when ni particle indicating the point of time and time for a change of state. So natta, past tense of naru. So tada, conditional suffix meaning when or if. When it becomes okay. Or when will it become? The use of the past tense nata with tada, okay, emphasizes the condition of reaching a specific state or point in time. Then saishu min, okay, saishu final and then min stage level. Okay, iken ne yaro, okay. Let's see, short for ikenai, the negative form of iku, okay. In Kansai dialect and casual speech, ikenai is often shortened to iken. Ne sentence in a particle for agreement, emphasis yaro, casual contraction of daro, meaning probably, I think, or right. Often used in the Kansai dialect to emphasize or rhetorical questioning. The speaker is asking rhetorically or impatiently when the situation would change so that they can reach the final stage. Oh, so this is sort of like when, where it become, when, for let's see, Saishumin, Iken, not able to final stage. Let's see. Yeah, meaning when I reach the final stage level, when is it going to be the final stage? So explain Itsu ni nattara in more detail. When or how long until? Itsu when? But ni marking the target state of the chain, so natta, past tense of the verb nada, okay. Ra conditional suffix nuance. In this context, tada functions as a temporal condition meaning when, specifically once X happened. So unlike to and ba, which often describes natural consequences or logical conditions, tada emphasizes the completion of an action or state change before the next event occurs. By using not nattara. Plus the speaker treats the future event as a completed state. Once it has become that time. Most critical aspect is itsu ni nattara is emotional weight. It is rarely used for neutral questions. Implied meaning, it's taking too long. I've been waiting forever. It's itsu neutral when. Itsu ni nattara when finally. How much do I have to wait? So itsu ni nattara oware no. When will this finally end? Itsu ni nattara nihon ni ikeru. When will I be able to go to Japan? So, each. Okay. Itsu ni nattara senshu men iken ne yaro. So I wonder when I'll be able to. Let's see. Saishu men iken is like not able to do the final chapter. Let's Konnichiwa, Wire Arms 420. Genki desu ka? How are you? Let's see, when will it finally end? Yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to understand the grammatical elements and how it makes that meaning of like when will I finally be able to do the last chapter. Like I noticed it's using iken, so it's using the negative. Yes, the way it's constructed seems confusing, though that probably has more to do with the fact that the uh, Japanese is just structured differently than English. Let's see. Let's see. So when will it become when not able to, let's see, when will it become a win? Not able to do final chapter. Okay. Why is it he can go and not a positive verb? The iken, which is negative instead of positive verb, is due to the specific Japanese grammatical structure called double negation used to express obligation. Okay, in Japanese, there's no single positive verb that directly means must. Instead, the concept is expressed logically. So if you do not do X, it will not go. Okay, but what does that have to do with here? What does that have to do with the sentence? Why is Ekin here and okay, so well, okay, why is Ekin here and okay in this sentence? Okay, let's see. See, Jasmine Wa, okay. Seems confusing. Too much going on there. When and placing that becoming near the end. And wow, chapter 99, that is amazing work you've been doing. Very busy you are. Uh, very busy you are. Okay. Toimashita. Arigatou gozaimasu. In this sentence, blah blah blah. The word can is used because it's part of a double negative structure. Expression obligation must have. Where's the double negative? Where is the second negative it is with? The second negative in the phrase is he can and is hidden in the word. Okay. Here is the first negative then. For okay, I don't know where it's getting that from. Let me try looking this up again. explain the iken in the sentence. In English. Wait. When let's see. Itsu ni nattara, when will it become? Wait, that's just itsu ni not naru would be when will it become. So when will it become? Or if when and then Saishumen final stage. Iken not good. So not good. Okay, not able to. Okay, iken is a contraction of ikenai. Okay. So maybe it's saying if it does not become when I can if it does not become when I can play the game, I will not be able to do the final chapter. I think maybe that's a way of thinking of it. If it does not become when I can play the game, I will not be able to do the final chapter. So if becoming when, or in other words, if it does not become when I can play. So if when I can play, if it does not, okay. So itsu ni nattara saishumen iken ne yaru. Anyway, let's continue this.
分かっていただけて嬉しいですわ。やっぱし同じ日を3回やるんは偉いで。いつになったら最終目いけんねやろ。ほんと上のテスト3回も受けちゃったわよ。
本当、上のテスト3回も受けちゃったわよ。So, 本当 truly, let's see, 受け let's see, 受けるこんにちは、1A Gaming 元気ですか? How are you? Okay, so 本当上のテスト Okay, so this is sort of like, 本当 truly, and then 上のテストは Sankai. I know this is Mo here though. Oh, maybe this is being used as one continuous now. Now, 3 times flute test. So as for the 3 times flute test, okay. Wait, ended up. See, 1A Gaming, I'm good, fam, Toimasa. Okay, good to hear. So to receive, to catch, to be struck. So ended up receiving the flute test 3 times. Okay, so truly, I ended up receiving the flute test 3 times, aka I ended up doing the flute test 3 times. So, let's see. Seriously, I ended up taking the flute test 3 times. Okay. Honto fue no testo 3回も受けちゃったわよ。
やっぱし同じ日を3回やるんは偉いで。いつになったら最終目いけんねやろ。ほんと上のテスト3回も受けちゃったわよ。なんでまた同じ時間に来なあかんねん。
なんでまた同じ時間に来なあかんね。So, okay. So, kudu, so this is short for kina kereba akan. So, kina akan. So, let's see. Have to come, and have to come what? Let's see. Again, same time. Let's see. So, for some reason, have to come again at the same time. Please explain the grammar of Nante. Why? Okay. Okay. Unachi jikan. Noun phrase modifying jikan. Okay. Kina akanen. This is a contractive colloquial form of kina kereba naranai. Boja. Why again? Same time. Come have to. Naturings. Why do we have to come at the same time again? Oh, they're referring to the I think he's referring to the fact that notice they're only trying to catch this card at the same time every day. Like, wondered why didn't they come slightly earlier? Or maybe that's not the correct nuance. So literal why again same okay tone suggest a strong emotion. Frustrated. Why does this keep happening? Let's see. I can't believe we're doing this. Okay, this is more. Okay, so they're not commenting on the fact that they're coming at the same time. They're just commenting on the fact that he keeps have to come into this time again to try to capture the cards. So, なんでまた同じ時間に来なあかんねん? And this nen uh, is that ya plus the information no, and it anyway combined into one particle nen. So なんでまだ同じ時間に来なあかんねん?
上のテスト3回も受けちゃったわよ。なんでまた同じ時間に来なあかんねん。はよ出たらよかったんちゃうか。
Oh, konnichiwa, Robert Tolie, genki desu ka? Let's see. Isn't nai form of kimasu? Okay, konai. So it's... Oh. Konakereba. Hold it. Actually, let me listen to that pronunciation again. I think you might be right on that. Yeah.
なんでまた同じ時間に来なあかんかやるわ偉いで。いつになったら最終名いけんねやろ。ほんと上のテスト3回も受けちゃったわよ。なんでまた同じ時間に来なあかんねん。
Yes, that's what he said. Kona akanen. Yes, so it's kona kereba. And he shortens it to just kona. Good catch on that mistake. So, nande mara unaji jikan ni kona akanen. Yes, so Kyoto is speaking Osaka-ben. Yeah, we can actually see the pronunciation in here. Assuming they don't get confused with his Kansai Ben. Okay, they're getting confused with his Kansai Ben. Yeah, you could, Konai. Yes, Konai. Okay, so yeah. So, nande mata onaji jikan ni kona akanen.
上のテスト3回も受けちゃったわよ。なんでまた同じ時間に来なあかんねん。はよ出たらよかったんちゃうか。
Hayo, detara yokata chao ka. So, hayo, which is Kansai Ben way of saying hayaku. So hayo, then detara. So, come out. So, if you don't come out quickly, or when you don't come out quickly, yokatan. How will I end up being glad? Let's see. Please explain the grammar of let's see. Robotolia wa. I had my N5 this Sunday. I think we translate from back to front. Toimashita. Yep. Translating from back to front can help, but at the same time, you have to eventually learn how to put the information in your head so that you can translate from front to back, because that's how you actually hear it spoken. Yeah, in Japanese, it's about like loading the scene information and then telling you the action once all the scene information's been loaded. But with hard to translate passages, that's a good tactic to translate from back to front. Let's see. Conditional to leave exit, okay. You'll get past tense of the I adjective. See, in this context, combining the conditional, it expresses regret or advice about the past. Okay. Child, dialect contraction of uh, chauka. Yokatan. Yokatan shao. Let's see, if this is supposed to be shimao, this would be te shimao. I don't, how would that be te though? And if this is supposed to be te wa, then that would be yokatan te wa. No, that's not it. Okay. Detaru, conditional of deru, it formed by, okay, taking the top form, past conditional, and adding ra, meaning if you left or after, okay. If you quickly leave, or if you quickly come out, let's see, yokata, okay, past tense of e. In this context, combined with the condition that expresses a regret or advice about the past, it would have been good or you should have. No, contraction of no and serves as an explanatory emphatic particle. Linking previous clauses. Okay, chauka, a dialectal contraction of. Wait, chauka, a dialectal contraction of. Uh, oh, chauka. Oh, that's right. Kansai bin. Instead of saying janai, they they which is dewa nai, they say use chao, which is from chigao or to differ. So instead of saying like not existing, you're saying it differs essentially, which gets sort of the same thing. Wait, so is it saying uh let's see, is it would it not have been good to let's see, would it not have been good to leave or should you leave? So if you if you leave quickly, would it have not? What? Okay, that's what the translator says for this. Let's see. Wouldn't it have been better if you left? If I'd left early? Okay, if you left early. Oh, they're not. This isn't quickly. This is early. Yeah, that word hayo can be both quickly or early. In this context, it's meant to be early. So if you leave early, would that not be good? Or in other words, wouldn't it have been good to leave early? And traditionally in Japanese, asking the sentence of the negative. So instead of saying would it not be good, instead of saying would it be good to leave early, they say in Japanese would it not be good to leave early. So hayo detara yokatan chau ka. Okay, so
おはよう。なんでまた同じ
okay, so that's this earlier line. Nande mare onaji jikan ni kona akanen is talking about the fact that they always arrive to try to capture the card at the same time. So like, so what reason are we for what reason do we have to come at the same time again?
時間に来なあかんねん。はよ出たらよかったんじゃ。
Hayo detara yokatan chao ka. Can we not leave early? Would it not be good if we left early? Or shouldn't we have left early?
おはよう。なんでまた同じ時間に来なあかんねん。はよ出たらよかったんちゃうか。だってお父さんとお兄ちゃんとテストが終わった乾杯して
だってお父さんとお兄ちゃんとテストが終わった乾杯して Let's see, so father and brothers. See, Oto Santo, Oni Chanto, so Testo. Okay, so test, so test. Okay, I think this with is supposed to go with this later verb and then this testo ga owata is supposed to be like a adjective describing kampai. So what kind of kampai? It's a test ending geo. So what type of celebration? A test ending celebration. So doing test ending celebration with father and brother. So from that, doing test ending celebration from father and brother. In other words, the reason why she couldn't come any earlier. Date お父さんとお兄ちゃんとテストが終わった乾杯して乾杯 OK
はよ出たらよかったんちゃうか。だってお父さんとお兄ちゃんとテストが終わった乾杯して笛の復習してたんちゃうか。だってお父さんとお兄ちゃんとテストが終わった乾杯して笛の復習して
See 笛の復習してSee 笛の復習 review See doing flute review and then して Okay, so she's basically using the Terraform chaining to just list the several things that were occurring so that on why she couldn't come earlier.
なんでまた同じ時間に来うなあかんねん。はよ出たらよかったんちゃうか。
So she had to do the celebration with her father and brother. Then she had to do the flute review. But that's the thing though. I thought she did that on her own. So I mean, why couldn't she skip it on this particular day? Because she's already done it in the previous run-throughs of the day. But anyway, that's what she's doing. She's listing all the reasons she's late. Okay, so
お父さんとお兄ちゃんとテストが終わった乾杯して上の復習
bueno, see, bueno, fukushu. Okay, that's made from restore, return, revert, resume, and then learn. So reviewing a material. Bueno, fukushu, shite. And then
か。だってお父さんとお兄ちゃんとテストが終わった乾杯して上の復習してまったく何をやってるんだ。
ま、全く何をやってるんだ。See, I think we've seen this Mataku before in that one scene with the security guard. If it's the Mataku, and I think it is. Really, truly, entirely, completely, wholeheartedly. Let's see. Anyway, this Nani o Yateru is like, what are you doing? It's continuous tense, like, what are you actively doing right now? Like, what are you doing because things are not going well? Then Mataku, this Mataku, I believe, has a meaning of, let's see, well, it means like really, truly, entirely, completely. It has that sort of meaning like, I sort of like, I can't believe this. Let's see if I can find a better explanation. Explain the grammar of Mataku. Yeah, that security guard used it in the situation in which when Sakura accidentally shouted in the museum, and the guard was like, I can't believe there's someone shouting. Explain Mataku in detail. Let's see. Let's see. Robert Tolio, it's because during the Toast Compile, the test was in the past. Uh, no. I don't think it has to do with the test being in the past. Usually when you're using verbs to make descriptions of as like adjectives on a noun, essentially is one way of thinking of it. Uh, you usually write that in past tense. So in this case, we're talking about as celebrations, and it's like what type of celebration? It's a complete test celebration. So yes, it does have to technically be in the past, but it has more to do with the fact that when when using verbs to describe an object, we have to generally use it in the past tense. like for example, if you remember when she says her spell and the line that goes I uh Yami o Himeshi Kagi yo, which is the key that contains that hides the power of darkness or contains the power of darkness. Now, Himeshi is actually just archaic and way of saying it because this is a spell, so they wanted to use archaic Japanese. But if you would actually say that line in modern Japanese, it would be Yamio Himeta Kagi, or in other words, the key that contains the power of darkness. So just using the verb to describe the key uh, is being done in past tense because it's both the past tense form and the attributive form in modern Japanese. Is the explanation I've seen. Though in archaic Japanese, they used she endings to be attributive form, hence why it's himeshi in the spell. Konnichiwa, Varder Elentari, Genki desu ka? How are you? Let's see. Why is Mataku at the beginning of the sentence? Mataku, adverbial intensifier. Here, Mataku acts as an emphatic verb meaning totally, completely, or seriously. Unlike Matakunai, not at all, when standing alone or preceding a question explanation, it conveys irritation, exasperation, or strong emphasis. It translates roughly to what on earth or seriously or what. Positioning, okay. Placing at the start sets the emotional tone for the entire sentence, immediately signaling that the speaker is disturbed or annoyed by the situation. Wait, so what do you... see, what do you completely do? No, I think it's just meant to be by itself. Let's see. You could say Nani o Mataku yateru nda, but this sounds unnatural because Mataku typically modifies the entire situation or degree of the action from a global perspective rather than just a verb. Starting with it highlights the total absurdity of a complete lack of sense. Let's see, is Mataku an interjection before the sentence and not part of the sentence? Let's see, in that phrase, Mataku is grammatically an adverb modifying the sentence, but pragmatically acts as an interjection expressing exasperation. Interjection-like usage, okay. Standing alone in motion, when placed at the very beginning, followed by a pause, often implied in speech, it functions like an interjection meaning good grief or honestly or seriously. In this position, it sets the speaker's emotional state, annoyance, disbelief, okay? Adverbial usage grammatically remains an adverb that modifies the entire predicate. Nani o yatterun da. It intensifies the absurdity of the action, meaning completely or totally. Unlike typical adverbs that sit right before the verb, mataku wakaranai, placing it at the sentence head allows it to color the entire situation rather than just the verb. Yes, it is syntactically connected. If you remove the sentence, Nani o yatterun da remains grammatically complete but loses the nuance of total absurdity. No, functionally in terms of rhythm and intent, it often acts as a sentence initial particle or interjection. You can often replace it with other interjections like mata or mata kumo, mata kumo, okay, or honto ni, without changing the core question, confirming its role as an emotional add-on. Okay. Is mataku being used like this short for something? Really, truly, entirely, completely? No, mataku is not. It is often. It's not an abbreviation or short for a long. Okay, mataku is not an abbreviation or short for a longer phrase in this context. It is a complete word functioning as an interjection or adverb. It is often followed by mo. Whilst mataku stands alone perfectly, it's frequently used with mo to form the phrase mataku mo, or good grief, or honestly, I've had enough. It has a shortened form itself, taku, which is what we heard that security guard saying on that other episode. So fue no fukushu shite mataku nani o yattaruんだ。
また乾杯して上の復習して。
まったく何をやってるんだ。まったく何をやってるんだ。
顔大丈夫？お父さんとお兄ちゃんとテストが終わった乾杯して上の復習して。
まったく何をやってるんだ。
乾杯して上の復習して。
まったく何をやってるんだ。
リー君、顔大丈夫？
リー君、顔大丈夫Lee Kun, is your face all right? Lee Kun, kao daijoubu? Okay, so Shitsumon ga arimasu ka? Are there any questions? If not, we're gonna raid, so please stick around for the raid. we're gonna first rate is gonna go to uh Coco Neon. Okay, wait. Her native language is Japanese, and she's learning English with Duolingo. So we're gonna rate her. Oh, she doesn't have rating on. Let's. Okay. For the second raid, we're actually gonna do uh Coco Han on the other streaming service. Okay, so let's see. For the third raid. For the third raid, we're gonna do Desirable Bottom, who's playing Dead by Daylight. Okay, let's try to find someone else to raid for the first raid. Let's see if I can find someone to raid. Okay, we're gonna raid Hindi R tier who's playing Genshin Impact. Okay, so okay, that's who the oh oh disabled raids. Okay, never mind. Okay, yeah, okay. So she says she's disables raids because he's very shy. Okay, anyway, so let's find someone else to raid then. Okay, let's see. Let's find someone else for this second raid. We're gonna rate Dolly Fangs, who's currently drawing right now. Minasan, okiyotsukete mata ashita. Yeah. Minasan, okiyotsukete mata ashita. Yeah. Goodbye, everyone. See you tomorrow.